it's too cold. And the worst part is, that's normally my excuse to not ride. Oh, it's too cold, I'll take the car. I guess I'm trying not to give myself any excuses because I've been off the bike so long, it's starting to get slow and heavy. Notice I said heavy and not fat. I don't really care about fat. It's just heavy. Heavy makes the hills hurt more. That truly is the biggest inconvenience about like riding right now. There's like so much stuff that you have to put on when it's cold. All the layers. I mean, you could just harden up, but I'm not that tough. Like, and I'm not as bad as like my boss Steve. He just overdoes it. Like, he has like layer after layer, and then jacket and vest, and yeah. If they design like an electric blanket that you could wear under your kit, like an electric base layer, I think he'd invest. Oh man, trying to get back to commuting to work because it's been ridiculous lately. Just ridiculous. Oh God. Jesus. Yeah, that is never fun. Putting on your heart rate monitor. So actually, I prefer to do it this way. I just forgot because I'm not used to wearing arm warmers, because if it's cold enough to wear arm warmers, I'm not riding. This is a nice little trick though. Whenever I put my arm warmers on, I put them on before my jersey, so that when your jersey slides on, it kind of like, you know, secures your arm warmers from rolling off. I found that works really well for me. You know, when this slides on, it's almost like putting your socks on before you put your pants on. Just kind of helps. What else do I got? My wife got me this for last Christmas, and it's super, super warm. Since I'm not going to be hustling to work, I'm going to try to just get there without freezing or dying. I'm going to rock it. I love it too. It's freaking awesome and very warm. Even the shoes. I can't just wear the shoes because California shoes, which are like basically like, I don't know, super lightweight and super thin. Everything in California has to be super lightweight. That's just how it works. I'm over it though. I think, and I was the biggest weight weenie in the world. I would sit at home and weigh with the scales the bolts and go with the lightest bolts I had and collectively lose like 3 grams from all the bolts on the bike. I would buy aluminum bolts and tie bolts, and but it made me happy. It really did. I can't even say that like it was like an obsession. It was just fun. Like I had more time, so with more time, no, it was an obsession. With more time, I was able to obsess about things like that. Right now, I had to obsess about having to get the babysitter early enough so I can actually ride to work. Luckily, our babysitter is my son's grandmother, so she's super cool, and that helps a lot. This helps a lot too. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get on there, but these Pro Izumi toe covers have been with me since I raced. And for anyone who knows about starting racing, you'll know that when you're Cat 5, you start at like 5 a.m. Like your registration's like 6. Everything sucks. There's just like nothing nice about it. Like most people are gonna be, still in their bed by the time you're racing. You had like the Pro 1-2s starting at like 11. On hot days, I guess that was nice, but no, most of the rides I did, or the races I did rather, it was ridiculously cold. Augusto and I used to race together. This guy who's like a fixie fool, who was just, he didn't even have a road bike, but I had kind of had that bug that I wanted to race more, and I had done a little bit of racing, and I wanted to do more, and I started riding my fixed gear with this like kind of a cruising crew, and it got to the point where we started hustling. It's like any group, someone goes a little bit, someone else goes, and then pretty soon everyone's just taking it. Sometimes that's called blowing up a ride. In this case, there was enough of the people there, and we regrouped and we waited, so we did it the right way. And yeah, I think honestly, I think that was like one of the places that's where I met. Oh, sorry, I lost focus. That's where I met Augusto, and he and I started racing a lot for about 1.5 years, 2 years. But during that time, you get creative. Between waking up at like 4 or 5 a.m. just to train, having your races that start at 6 a.m., having to drive to Northern or Central California for a road race because I didn't like going in circles the whole time. I wasn't gonna race if it meant doing crits every weekend. They're a necessary evil, but it's not the most fun way to race for me. So you got creative, and we did the tin foil on the shoes. I remember trying rubber gloves under my gloves, like the latex gloves. That didn't work at all for me. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, you get creative. So, I'm basically ready. I'm going with vest, warm vest, arm warmers, knee warmers, and shoe covers. I'm not gonna wear a hat or cap, and I will wear gloves, but I'd wear gloves regardless. And I guess it matters, but it's 60 degrees right here, right now. 60 is cold for us Californians. Actually, we could literally have a fire on at 60 degrees. There's people, people are like dying right now. People are freezing to death inside their homes at 60 degrees. So, yeah, I'm off to work. First time I'm commuting in about 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Later. Keep riding. Correction, it's 50 degrees. No wonder I'm freezing. Yeah, no, this is like ice age status. It's 50 degrees. All right.